Here I am at the state capitol at Oklahoma. I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, at the very pinnacle of the top of the tower of the capital of Topeka, Kansas, over Texas. Here at the Missouri capitol, the Tennessee state capitol here in New Mexico. From Louisiana! The beautiful state of Florida, right here at the capitol, in this Georgia House of Representatives chamber, here in Alabama, at the capital, Jackson, Mississippi. Here in Nebraska, here I am at the Iowa state capitol, here in Springfield, Illinois. Standing in the Senate right here at Indiana, in the West Virginia House, and the Ohio Senate chambers at the capital of Kentucky, here in the North Carolina capital is the Virginia Senate. In front of the Maryland State House, Representatives chambers right here in Delaware. In the South Carolina capital, everywhere we go on these buildings, there's always somebody naked. Naked statues on all of these buildings. We're in Wisconsin. You know what those statues are screaming? Somebody give us some clothes. It's cold. 38 senators' offices right here in Michigan. Here I am in Minnesota at St. Paul, inside the House of Representatives here in the North Dakota capital. In South Dakota, we have just delivered the letters right here in Wyoming. Right in the Denver, Colorado capital, in the New Jersey Senate, in the Supreme Court right here in Connecticut, in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island. The Great Hall of Flags right here in Boston, Massachusetts at the Capitol. Wake up, New Hampshire, there's a battle going on. Senate chambers right here in Augusta, Maine. Here in Vermont, in this state of New York. Welcome to the great state of Pennsylvania. Montana means mountain country. In the Representatives chamber right here in Washington. Well, we've just dropped a letter bomb right here in the Oregon State Capitol. Right here in Idaho, the capital of Boise. Here, John and I are in the House of Representatives in the state of Utah, in front of the Sacramento, California Capitol, at the Nevada State Capitol, in the Arizona State Senate Chamber, delivering the letters to the representatives and the senators right here in the capital of Hawaii. After thousands of miles and 49 states, we finally reached our final destination, here at the Alaska Capitol. The Lord told me that once I reached Alaska, it would be fires of revival and flames of judgment. We're in that period all across our nation. The COVID virus has taken over. People are choosing right now whether they will follow the Antichrist or turn back to the principles of God's Word. There are so many different things that we believe and so many different ideals that have been pushed into us that are outside of God's boundaries and God's Word. It's time to turn back to God. You want to press back the darkness? You have to make that decision. So welcome to the Alaska State Capitol. When I'm done here, fires of revival will begin.
Some people might say, we've done something extraordinary. Some people might say, we just took a bunch of trips to see the capitals. Some people might say, judgment happens to this nation because of us. Some people might say, revival begins because of us. All of these people are wrong. set out to our first capital, the world was a different place. There was no way of knowing what this country would be experiencing the following years. America is not being judged because of what we did, just as revival will not occur because of what we did. We did not walk this land carrying judgment or revival. We walked this land carrying a choice. Moses stood before Pharaoh with a choice. Elijah stood on Mount Carmel proclaiming a choice. Jesus hung on the cross offering the world a choice. The result of what you do with the choice, judgment or revival. While some may look at the scope of the task we fulfilled and marvel, they often miss the most important point of all. What will you do with the choice? Who will you serve today? Is God really God? If He is, serve Him, not just a little. Will you completely surrender to Him? Will you place your complete trust in Him? It doesn't matter if you go to church every Sunday, if your heart isn't completely surrendered to Jesus Christ. If you say all the right things for all the wrong reasons, you are still lost. Every day He offers you a choice. Who am I to you? Will you surrender to me? The Capitals tour continues. Who sits in the seat of government in your heart? You or Him?